Certificates are basically a form of identity for software. With this identity, each system has like a unique identifier for itself that no other system can kind of replicate.
What our team kind of focuses on is reducing our reliance on long-lived keys and typical username passwords or other authentication mechanisms which can potentially get compromised. And instead we want to encourage as close to a zero trust model as we can across the business to reduce risk. So this means using short-lived certificates and ephemeral keys in as many applications as we can.
There's two main patterns that we have here. The first one is services that are able to dynamically generate these identities to then authenticate to MongoDB. And the second one is users who are able to authenticate themselves and then get a unique user identity to authenticate to MongoDB.
Security is obviously on the forefront of our mind because we have such a tremendous amount of data that we protect, and we want to have the utmost faith with our customers.
So that's about 200,000 a day right now is what we're doing in terms of scale. And we haven't had any outages, and things have been working really well. This service scales properly.
Now you're able to say, me as a user, I'm able to dynamically generate these key material and certificates and use it like on the fly, right? So there's never really going to be a case anymore where maybe you created some username and password for one user and they leave the company and then these credentials are still around with these ghost accounts, right? So from a security perspective, this is a benefit because like A, these like ephemeral credentials, they expire like very quickly, right? And then B, you don't really have like the concept of these like shared credentials anymore. There's a lot of PII or maybe sensitive data that a lot of teams might just like be putting within their database and say that like, hey, as long as it's encrypted at rest, like we're good, because those are kind of like industry standards. But I think things like queryable encryption, it's been very difficult to implement traditionally because of the fact that like indexing and querying like substrings has been like very, very difficult. So the fact that MongoDB has solved this problem, I think it's something that it's very much worth like exploring to see like how we can get onto this pattern as well moving forward.